California. The late 1960s. A time of peace movements, rock music, and hope for a better future. But behind the sunshine, someone was hunting in the dark. A killer. Who didn't just murder people. He wanted the whole country to know his name. He wrote letters to newspapers. He sent encrypted ciphers. He mocked the police. And he promised that he would never be caught. More than 50 years later, that promise still holds true. Who was the Zodiac Killer? How did he stay ahead of investigators? And could one of the biggest mysteries in American history finally be solved? This is the story of the Zodiac Killer. Chapter 1, The First Killings, 1968 to 1969. Old California footage. On December 20, 1968. High school students David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen parked on a quiet lover's lane near Vallejo, California. It was supposed to be an ordinary date. Instead, someone approached their car. Minutes later, gunshots echoed through the night. Both teenagers were dead. Police believed it was another tragic double murder. They had no idea. This was only the beginning. Months passed. Then, on July 4, 1969, another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, were sitting inside a parked car at Blue Rock Springs Park. A car slowly pulled in behind them. The driver stepped out, walked toward the window, then suddenly opened fire. Darlene died. Michael survived. Less than an hour later, a man calmly phoned police. He didn't just report the shooting. He confessed to the previous murders too. For investigators, the nightmare had officially begun. Chapter 2, The Letters of the Zodiac. A few weeks later, 3 California newspapers received identical letters. Each letter contained details only the killer could know, along with strange symbols and a terrifying demand. Publish these coded messages, or more people would die. The newspapers obeyed. The public became obsessed. The killer finally gave himself a name. The Zodiac. His most famous symbol, a circle with a crosshair. Soon, one of the ciphers was cracked by a married couple. Inside was a chilling message. The Zodiac claimed he enjoyed killing people because it was more fun than killing wild game. But the cipher never revealed his identity. Instead, it raised even more questions. Over the next few years, more letters arrived. Some included pieces of victims' clothing. Proof that the writer was almost certainly the real killer. He mocked police, insulted journalists, threatened school buses, and turned fear into entertainment. California had never seen anything like it. Chapter 3, The Hunt. The Zodiac didn't stop. In September 1969, he attacked another young couple near Lake Berryessa. This time, he wore an executioner's hood across the chest, his now famous Zodiac symbol. One victim survived. The other did not. Weeks later, taxi driver Paul Stein picked up a passenger in San Francisco. Minutes later, he was shot in the head. But something unexpected happened. 3 teenagers witnessed the killer leaving the scene. Police dispatch mistakenly described the suspect as a black male instead of a white male. Officers may have unknowingly allowed the Zodiac to walk right past them. It remains one of the greatest mistakes in the investigation. Thousands of suspects were questioned. Fingerprints were collected. Handwriting experts compared letters. DNA testing would later be attempted. Yet, nothing conclusively identified the Zodiac. Chapter 4, Who was the Zodiac? Over the decades, hundreds of names have been suggested. The most famous suspect, Arthur Lee Allen. He matched several circumstantial clues. owned similar watches, lived near crime scenes, and attracted police attention for years. But fingerprint evidence didn't match. DNA results were inconclusive. No court ever charged him. Other suspects emerged. Former military men, teachers, engineers, even people identified by amateur internet investigators. Yet, none have been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for 37 murders. Investigators could only confidently connect him to 5 confirmed deaths and 2 survivors. Even today, experts disagree about how many victims actually belonged to the Zodiac. His final confirmed letters became less frequent. Then, almost without explanation, he disappeared. No arrest. No confession. No body. No certainty. Only questions. Ending. The Zodiac Killer didn't just commit murders. He created one of history's greatest criminal mysteries. His letters, his ciphers, his games with police, turned an investigation into a legend. Modern DNA technology may still reveal the truth. Or perhaps, the Zodiac took his real identity to the grave. Until then, his symbol remains one of the most recognizable images in criminal history. A reminder that sometimes the most terrifying mystery is the one that is never solved.